by using the stock solution, and this stock solution is prepared by by dissolving copper alloy into the concentrated acid. Prabhanjan will explain how this stock solution is formed.
This stock solution is prepared by taking brass in titration flask by adding concentrated nitric acid and concentrated sulfuric acid, and we have to heat that titration flask till the nitric acid is completely expelled and white fumes of the sulfuric acid are evolved. Then we have to dissolve the residue, which consists of sulfates of copper and zinc in distilled water. This is how we prepare this solution.
Stock solution. Now we have to add the sodium carbonate into the stock solution till the turbidity just appear. You can see the turbidity can be formed in the conical flask. See, this is the turbidity, and if we shake that one, the turbidity get disappear. Okay, one or two drop we can add in this, and we can see when we add the drop, then turbidity appears, but when we shake that, turbidity get dissolved. Now again we have to add 1 or 2 drops of sodium carbonate till the turbidity appears. You can see na turbidity in the conical flask. Yes. Now shake. Yes. Now we can see the turbidity in the conical flask. We can add 1 or 2 more drop of sodium carbonate in it. This. Now it is enough. You can see the turbidity from the in the conical flask. Now we have to dissolve this turbidity by using the acetic acid. Now we have to add the acetic acid till that turbidity get dissolved. Okay. Okay. Add. Shake it. Yes. You can see the turbidity is removed. Okay. You can add 1 more drop of acid. Okay, it's enough. Now you can see the turbidity get removed. Okay, 1 or 2 drop, add 1 more, 2 to 3 drops. Yes. Okay. Shake. Now turbidity is removed. Now you have to add the potassium iodide in the solution. Now whatever the CuSO4 which are present in the solution, they will react with Ki solution and they will form the I2. So you can see the solution of stock solution turns to brown. And what is our end point? Brown to milky white. So we have to add this is called as iodometric titration. Means by using iodometric titration we can estimate the copper from the brass solution. So I2 is liberated, and this I2 liberated I2 we can titrate with the sodium thiosulfate by using starch as an indicator. Add sodium thiosulfate. Now I am adding the sodium thiosulfate. Sorry, I am adding the starch indicator. Now burette, it is filled with the sodium thiosulfate. Now our end point is brown to milky white. So you have to you have to adjust to 0 lower luminosity. Now titrate this solution with the sodium thiosulfate till you get the milky white solution. Add 1 by drop by drop. You have to do the drop by drop addition.
the end point of the reaction.
So the reaction which are taking place during the ionometric titration by estimation of copper. So whatever the stock solution we have prepared that contains CuSO4, it will get react with the Ki which we have added into the stock solution, and it will form the CuI2 with formation of potassium sulfate, and this CuI2 it form or it liberate the equivalent I2, means one Cu will produce one I2, and this liberated I2 we have treated with the sodium thiosulfate by using star as an indicator. Means when there is a I2, there is a brown color, and this brown color disappear to white, means your end point is there, means that much I2 get consumed, and that much I2 get consumed is nothing but that much copper is there in your solution. So we have to determine that one, and we are getting the result as 10.6 sodium thiosulfate is used. So put that 10.6, we have conducted the 3 readings for this titration, and we are getting the CBR 10.6. So put that 10.6 into this calculation. These are the calculation while calculating the percentage of copper in the brass. So this is the equation. 1000 ml of 1 normal sodium thiosulfate contain 63 gram of copper. But we have used the 0.1 normal sodium thiosulfate, so it becomes 0.0635 gram of copper. And this what is our reading? We have to put here, which is the 10.6 ml of 0.1 normal sodium thiosulfate we are used, so therefore it is 0.0635 into this one as cross multiplication, this into this. So that is nothing but 0.06357 into 10.6. So this value become, calculate this value and tell me the value.
0.7384.
673842. So this value is 0.067384. So but this particular value is for 25 ml of stock solution, because we have put out the 25 ml of stock solution. So this value is for 25 ml stock solution. But this 25 stock solution we are prepared or we are getting from the 250 ml of stock solution. As Prabhanjul said that we diluted that brass into the concentrated acid, and we make that solution as a 250 ml. So this 25 ml which we have prepared out, it is from 250 ml stock solution. So this 250, therefore as 25 contains this value, so 250 become this value into 10. So 0.067384 into 10. This value become, so therefore this value is nothing but the, what is that value? 0.67384. So your 250 stock solution will contain the 0.67384 gram of copper. So this copper which we estimated from the 250 ml brass stock solution, and that brass stock solution it is prepared from 1 gram of brass solution. So 1 gram of brass which is solid alone. So 1 gram of brass contain that much of copper, which we have calculated, which is equal to 0.67384. So we have to calculate the percentage. Therefore 1 gram of brass contain that much of copper. Therefore 100 gram of brass contain, again multiplication, 100 into 0.67384 divided by 1, cross multiplication, means 1 gram of contain that much of copper, so 100 gram contain what? So what is nothing but this value multiplied by this into, divided by this, which is nothing but this, and this value is 67.384 percentage means 67.37% means our stock solution of Cu is contain the approximately or up to the 67% of copper. Thank you.